lot of people sort of don't believe how far you can take a car as long as the body structure is fairly good. You can rebuild anything, even if it's badly rusted. To have two-face that looks fairly horrendous on one side and show car on the other side, they can literally walk from one side to the other and see what it was to what it is. My name's Geoff Luck. I own GC Restoration on the Gold Coast with my wife Laura, and we built Two-Face. We do mostly restoration work. We do a lot of insurance work for Shannons. We do custom work, small rust holes, resprays, but it's all pre-90 basically. People build these cars based on a memory, whether it's a family memory or watching Bathurst or whatever else. And there's 35 cars in the shop at the moment, and not one of them has been built for financial reasons. I like driving the Ute because it's comfortable. It's an easy drive. It's just one-handed drive the whole way and you just relax. But it draws attention everywhere you go. The truck drivers, it blows their mind because they sit a bit higher, so they look down on the split. So you get them come up beside you and back up. So by building Two-Face, people come to have a look and they come up and start talking about why we did it, and then they start talking about all the different features. It gives an opening for me to talk to them without actually having to be a salesman and get in their face. It makes me smile seeing people looking at it. It's a 1980 HZ Holden Ute. It's dressed as a Sandman. It isn't actually a Sandman. Running a 308, Trimatic gearbox, 10-bolt diff, disc brakes on the front, Coney suspension all around, King Springs, air-conditioned, power steer, all the luxuries. It's probably one of the nicer Utes to drive. We bought the alloy version of a GTS wheel. It's 15x7s on the front, 15x8s on the back. And then the other side is old steel GTS rims that are just a mess, basically, left the way they were. I convinced myself that I could do it on my own in 10 weeks. In saying on my own, I had my electrician in the background rebuilding all the wiring on one side and fixing all the wiring on the bad side, so it still functioned but didn't look the part. My trimmer doing his part off to the side, my mechanic rebuilding motors and so forth, but all the body work I was trying to get done myself. We got to probably last week and a half and I had to pull in a few more of the boys, and they gave me a hand just to finish it off and get it polished up. And the engine bay was probably the hardest because you've got radiator, fan shroud, water pump, block, manifold, heads, air cleaner, a lot to split, and then the back firewall as well. So to get all that to line up was a little bit difficult. All my boys that work here thought I was crazy when we did that with the half a bonnet scoop, but I needed it to look as extreme as possible. So she looks a little bit wild when it's coming at you. My wife and I took a heap of photos of it, and she put it on Facebook and both our phones. Started digging non-stop, and it did that for probably a week solid. Went global all around the world. It made the North Carolina Times newspaper. I had mates in Canada ring me and said they'd seen it over there, and all through Asia. We've actually had to put videos online of me driving the car to show that it wasn't just a Photoshop. I'm driven by detail on things that I enjoy building. Cars are my passion, so anything to do with cars I enjoy doing. We've built our reputation based on perfection. We like to make sure that whatever job we're doing, we go above and beyond what people are paid for. Generally, from a restoration side of things, they want the whole car done. And if we get something in, like a Shannons repair or just a little rust repair, we'll do that a little bit extra, just to make sure the guards line up better to the doors, or we might polish their bumper bars, just try and bring that level up. So as people appreciate what you do, it's a hard job to get the car perfect, but all my boys are car people. They've all got their own cars. They're all passionate about what they do. Perfection side of me stops with cars. The clothes don't very often make it to the washing basket. I can walk past the full sink and don't see it. But if it's car related, I can see a scratch or a dent from 100 mile away. So cars are all I really care about. That's my perfection side. That's the limit of it, basically.